everyone, welcome. My name is Jessica and I am a life transformation coach helping people transform their lives. So today I have for you 3 powerful ways to start transforming your life. Now, these are very simple, but also very powerful. And despite being simple, despite not requiring a lot of effort, you can start to see very quick results, very quick changes in your external reality when you start applying these methods. So, if you're ready, let's get started. Number 1 is gratitude. Express gratitude. And this can be done in any number of ways, but beginning to express gratitude will radically start transforming your life. This is not gimmicky. This is not, some esoteric type thing where it's like, oh, do it and the magic will happen. This is real. Okay, so you can either, maybe in the morning when you wake up, take an extra moment after you open your eyes and realize you're awake. Close your eyes without falling asleep. And just think of something that you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as today's a beautiful day and I'm grateful to have this day ahead of me. It could be that simple. If you want to sit up to make sure you don't fall asleep, this is very important not to fall asleep if you do this right when you wake up. So if you prefer to sit up in bed, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter what position you're in, as long as you can really tune into the feeling of gratitude in your heart. You'll feel sort of this warm, full feeling in your heart and almost like a pulsing. If you get really good at this, you will just feel like your heart is like woo, woo, like you will feel this energy coming off of you, right? That's when you're in the sweet spot. Now, if you're not in the sweet spot right away, that's okay. It still works. Other people find it very helpful to start a gratitude journal. And this doesn't have to be anything fancy. This could be, one of those tiny little, here, let me grab one actually. This can be just like a tiny little journal like this, right? And just in the morning, first thing when you wake up, you go to your journal, you go to your piece of paper, you go to your Post-it. It could be a Post-it, you guys. Very simple. Just get your paper, get a pen or pencil, and write 3 things that you are grateful for. And remember, you've got to feel it in your heart. So if you're not feeling it in your heart at first, don't worry. Sometimes it takes time to really sink down into that space, and that's okay. Practice does make perfect. And the more you do it, the more you sink into your heart, the more powerful the effects will be for you in your life, and you're going to start getting really excited about this. So go give it a try. Number 2, okay? This one is sort of something that happens more noticeably when you start doing gratitude, when you start being mindful, but notice the synchronicities around you. And of course, express gratitude for them. It all goes back to number 1. It all goes back to gratitude. So when you notice synchronicities around you, and you will start noticing them when you start expressing gratitude first thing in the morning. When you notice the synchronicities, just acknowledge them, okay? Don't brush them off because you're going to be like, oh, okay, whatever, that means nothing. It's just numbers. It's just this. No, they're very powerful confirmations for you. Whatever you believe, they're powerful confirmations for you from the world around you, from the universe, from God, from your spiritual team, from source. However you view the world, it is an external confirmation after you have started making internal changes. So many people start seeing animals. So seeing the same animal, like some people see butterflies a lot, dragonflies, deer, cats. Other people see number sequences. Numbers are one of the most common ones just because we're surrounded by numbers all day, right? You're on the road, there's license plates, there's addresses, you're at work, there's numbers in the time, in quantities if you're in a more technical field, codes, SKUs, like product SKUs or whatever, on barcodes. I mean, just endless opportunities to run into these synchronicities. This also includes, say you are thinking about something, just not intently, not like ruminating on something, but you have something kind of float through your mind and you're like, oh, it'd be really nice to find a dime today, right? And then you forget about it for the rest of the day. And then you're driving home, you pick up dinner, you're walking back to your car, and right outside your door of your car is a dime. And for no reason at all, your eyes are just woof, drawn to the ground and you see it. And you're like, why did I feel like I needed to look at the ground? These are all powerful synchronicities that are giving you confirmation of how in alignment you are, how in alignment you are becoming to yourself and all the things that you want. So pay attention to them, notice them, and don't forget to express gratitude when you come across them. This will change your life. Number 3, okay? This one is one of the holy grails, okay? So probably gonna be some of you that are like, oh, I don't wanna do that. But meditate, 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 okay? And I know there's all kinds of corny images or, thoughts, ideas, perspectives on meditation out there that you're just sitting there with your legs crossed and, like wasting time or whatever. Or, you think because you don't live in Sedona and you can like sit in one of those crazy poses on top of a plateau, like, meditation is impossible, okay? It can, again, with the gratitude, it can be super simple. So, and it can just take only as much as 5 minutes a day. So I know that a lot of you, when you hear meditation, you're like, oh gosh, that's a time commitment. I don't have time. I don't want to do that. I have a plan. I have a schedule. I have all these things to do. I'm so stressed out. I'm so busy. I try to make time and then something pops up and there's a million reasons why you might feel like you don't have meditation. And there's a lot of other activities or obligations that pop in your mind to act as a reason to not, right? Like sort of blocking that process because, now I want you guys to listen to this, it's because your brain knows that it's good for you. Your brain wants to stay on autopilot because that's where it's comfortable. It doesn't have to work that hard if it already knows that 5 days a week you have a stressful job to go to, and then you pick up your kids from school, and then you go home and you figure out dinner, and then you make dinner or buy dinner, and then you eat dinner. It likes to have a program, right? That keeps the mind very comfortable, even though you're still stressed out physically. When you have those stressful days, stressful experiences, stressful schedule, stressful lifestyle, the brain is very content. And that's why your body is stressed, because the brain is transferring the energy, the activity, the process of planning and thinking and being agile onto your body. So when we meditate, what happens is we quiet the mind from all these thoughts that it keeps telling your body you have to do that create those feelings of stress. We bring our attention back from that list, from the projection of future deliverables, future tasks, bring it back to the present. Bring it back to the present, sit with it, and every time your mind wants to keep going down a rabbit hole, right? It's gonna go down this long, lengthy thought process. You're gonna start feeling those stress feelings in your body, in your chest. Your body's gonna wanna move. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm hot, I'm cold, my hair is itching, my neck. Like, it's gonna throw out all the moves, all the tactics to try to get you to not meditate. And that's why most people find it challenging. Most people don't stick with it. Most people quit the process right when they're on the cusp of a breakthrough. So for meditation, like I said, it can be as little of a time commitment as 5 minutes a day. You just want to sit in a space that's quiet. If you're in a space that's not super quiet, I would recommend having earbuds or noise canceling headphones that you can wear. Put on some soft music without words, some soft, enjoyable, calming music, and have that in the background so that your mind is focusing more on the detachment from your environment than listening to your kids run around, or, pots and pans clinking in the kitchen because your significant other is cooking or something like that. 5 minutes, quiet space. Music is optional, unless, you find it necessary, again, for all those distractive noises. And you're going to just sit there with the intention to calm your mind, right? So I like to sit, for example, I have a little nook, nothing fancy, just a specific spot in my bedroom that I like to sit, because I can close the door, I can be in there alone, and I just literally sit on the ground. I don't have like a fancy meditation cushion. I don't have anything like, all those accessories that you see sometimes in yoga studios for meditation. I don't use any of that. I literally just sit on my bedroom floor in my designated space, which also, again, designated space helps program your mind so that when you go there, your mind is already preparing itself for the meditation, because that's the meditation spot. So on the floor, I sit cross-legged. I just have my wrists, palms up, resting on my knees, and I just close my eyes. I take 3 slow, deep breaths in and out. So 3 in, 3 out, and I rest a little bit, maybe like 2 to 3 seconds between each inhale and exhale. And if I'm finding it's a particularly challenging day, I may do more breaths, but 3 tends to work for me right now. It kind of gets me in my zone, ready to go. And I just basically clear my mind. So thoughts will come in. There's going to be a lot of intrusive thoughts when you start. Thoughts will come in. Just let them go. Sometimes if I'm struggling to let them go, in my mind, I will just think the thought to that other thought that's intruding in my quiet space. I will just think, thank you for what you are trying to communicate to me. I now invite you to leave. And that has, it's simple, thinking to your own thoughts, but it's been very powerful for me to overcome some of the more, I'll call them stubborn, enthusiastic, intrusive thoughts. And you just continuously, when your body wants to move, when you're getting itchy, when you're having sensations, you're starting to have thoughts like, oh, I'm running out of time, I got all these things to do, I'm wasting time. Just the trick is you just want to bring your mind back to a calm space and let those thoughts go. If your body wants to move, I just literally in my mind say, sit. And my body listens, okay? At first it did not want to, okay? It's gonna give you some resistance, but it works. So give it a shot. Let us all know in the comments below how you found it, what you think, some of your biggest challenges with it. Please share your success stories, because it's always encouraging for others to hear and connect with people that are succeeding. They can see others having a breakthrough and see that it's possible for them. Please just feel free to make this a community to uplift and support each other on the process. So before we go, let's recap, okay? Because I really want you guys to remember this. Number 1 is gratitude. Express it in your mind, feel it in your heart, get a gratitude journal, and just start doing it in the morning. That's very important. So gratitude in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Second is notice the synchronicities around you, especially as they continue to increase in quantity and quality as you continue on with gratitude. Thirdly is meditation, and do not skip this step. If you skip everything else in this video, okay, please just at least give meditation a try, because it is so powerful, and it really just, if nothing else, in the beginning, just creates a quiet space for you to prioritize you. And it's not prioritizing you in a way that has you effort and exert and move and do. It just allows you to be, right? In that moment, when you're in your quiet space, when you're just taking time aside for you, even if it's challenging at the start, you're just being. And that's so powerful for transformation. So I want you all to try these 3 in any order, any combination. And just post in the comments below your experiences. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Look forward to a meditation series coming from me in the future. And I look forward to seeing you all next time.